Hi there, artist. So we have created some little creatures, or you've created a small sculpture and it's been fired, and now it's time to paint our sculptures. So painting sculptures can be a little bit tricky, so I have a few pieces of advice. If you need to draw some details to, like, this is my little bunny, maybe I want to draw with a pencil some details so I know where I'm going to paint the inside of the ear versus the outside of the ear or something like that, then you're welcome to. So it's a good idea to push your sleeves up. Remember that when you're carrying the paint, don't tilt it, please, because the paint will run and it could spill or get all over the lid and make it messy. Try to keep your paints as clean as possible. You are going to have a brush that's pretty small, actually, and you're going to have an even smaller brush for the details. Paint the biggest stuff first. Paint the details last. So you're going to paint your entire sculpture except for the bottom, wherever it sits on the table. You don't need to paint that because you don't see it. Okay, so I've already painted most of my little fox sculpture, and I painted the whole thing orange first, and then I went back, and on top of my orange is when I painted the details. I just need to finish painting the inside. So remember to swoosh your brush, don't splash, to wipe, don't hit it, and then to dry it on your towel. You might have noticed that I have a paper towel, not a regular towel, but a paper towel right underneath my artwork just to help me move it around. You might get some paint on your fingers, and that's okay too. So your artwork is going to look better if you just use a couple colors and you don't use too many colors. It is going to be difficult to paint your sculpture because it's not flat. Keep turning it and taking your time and going very, very slow. Most of it, again, you're going to paint with your slightly larger paintbrush. And then your details, you will switch and you will paint with your baby paintbrush. For example, maybe I will go ahead and put some white dots on my little fox eyes. So, again, I painted the entire thing orange, and then I painted the details on top to make it easier. Do you see how you can even barely see a little bit of orange paint under there? All right. So take your time. If you make a mistake, instead of trying to wipe it off or paint on top of it when it's wet, just wait until it dries and then you can paint right on top of it. All right. So that is my advice for you. When you finish, you're going to put your sculptures back down on the trays so that they can fully dry. And in the next class, we'll decide what we're going to do with them from there. All right. So happy arting today.